Hi, Mike and Arlen, our Philippine journey. Thanks so much for watching. UFOs, UAPs, aliens, Bigfoot, whatever. Okay? Look, our experience, my experience with UFOs, not everything we do is about the Philippines. Sometimes it's just life. However, my experience with the UFO, let's talk about it.
Why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, cause I got no chance, no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't enough.
So, UFOs, unidentified flying objects, or unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAPs, I think is the more modern term. Whatever. Either way, how does what brings this up? That's the first thing. Why we even bring this up? Well, Arlene and I were watching TV the other night, and there was a special there was a documentary. It was on Netflix, and it was about aliens and UAPs and over the years, and a guy that's investigated them for 20, 30 years. Anyways, to make a long story short, they brought up the subject of what's been called and labeled, and you can Google it, as the Phoenix Lights. Now, the Phoenix Lights were seen by thousands of people over a span of about 300 miles. Now, let me give you an idea by showing you a still image first. Then we're going to show you a video. Then we're going to talk about some things that are possible or whatever. But here's what we're talking about. Okay, so this image is public domain. It has been out and about, and it is one of the finer, better images, to be honest with you, that I've seen. But I'm going to tell you, I saw this. I am amongst those people. So let me give you some additional information so that you can understand it. Okay, so the Phoenix Lights, sometimes called the Lights over Phoenix, this was a series of very widely sighted, unidentified flying objects observed in the skies over the southwestern United States of Arizona and Nevada on March 13th. And it happened between 7:30 and 10:30 in a space of about 300 miles from the Nevada line through Phoenix to the edge of Tucson. Some witnesses described seeing what appeared to be huge carpenter squared shaped UF, a carpenter's T square, angle square shaped UFO containing 5 spherical lights. There are different numbers. Some people saw 3, some people saw more, less, whatever. Okay, great. You know what? I saw it. 1997, March 13th. I can tell you right now, I was in my backyard. My wife and I had grilled out some burgers or steaks or something that night. I can't remember what. And afterwards, I leave the grill on for a little bit to turn everything kind of like charcoal, all the fats that are on the rails. And then after we eat, I scrape them down. And that's what I was doing. I was outside in the backyard. And our backyard had a really good view. It didn't have the lights of Phoenix or anything, but a good view. I saw these and I thought to myself, oh man, what is that? But some things went through my mind. And I guess one of the biggest things that went through my mind was, something? I wonder if that's a B2, because we were right on. You could see the flight path to Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport from our home. And you could actually sometimes, depending on what was going on, see the flight path for Luke Air Force Base. But you wouldn't see it at night because fighter jets, or what were frequented at Luke Air Force Base. It's an F-16 training center. All right. I'm sure bigger cargo planes and stuff went in, but not as much during the night. I never really saw one. Jets at night, never saw one. All right. Never heard one the whole time we were there. Now, during the day, would we see, F-16 squadrons fly by? Yeah, you could see them. They weren't anywhere near our house, but you can see them. But it just, these are the things that just went through my mind. I wasn't even thinking UFO at the time. Okay? But this is what I saw. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So what went through my mind? Well, you know what? I'll tell you what went through my mind. It's got to be one of these super secret, crazy military things. I mean, because this was at the time, and I'll show you this. Now, at the time, I couldn't see a shadow or an outline or anything of what was there, but I thought, maybe it's, one of these B-2s. All right. I know that they have been in and out of Luke Air Force Base, from news reports and stuff. That's what went through my mind kind of. And then I thought, no, this is way too big. I mean, I could see how far away these lights were. They were not near me, but I mean, they weren't like 20 miles away, but they were miles away. They were bright, very, very bright. Okay. And in turn, they spanned an area much larger than what this was. Now, the B-2 was actually rolled out publicly in 1988. So it was around, that's for sure. And that's what kind of, I'm seeing something, maybe it's a larger version, whatever. It wasn't until the next day that all the news was talking about it. It was in the local news, every channel. It was on the radio. It had made national news. And there were tons and tons and tons of photos and videos from people. Now, what is, everything that being said here? Now, this is a newscast where they were celebrating it, and they're showing different clips of videos taken. And it seems like in northern Arizona, may have been in Nevada, 3 or 4 lights, different colors. But these are clips that were taken locally. And I got to admit, some of it's kind of far-fetched. Looks like it was digitally enhanced and quite frankly, just doesn't look realistic. But I know that that V shape, that flying formation shape, is something I saw. It was moving way too slow to be a jet. And that's one of the theories, that this was a formation of A-10 Warthogs out of Tucson, dropping artillery, dropping magnesium flares or some sort of flares. But I can tell you, flares don't stay on a pattern. Flares don't group together and stay there. All right. I don't buy that. I really and truly don't. I know what I saw. What I saw was not explained the way that there are many different skeptical parts and pieces. I don't know. If you've had an experience with UFOs, why don't you comment below and tell us about it? If it's the first time you've seen this and you go and research it, take a look and then tell us what you think about it. Or if you just want to comment, that's always welcome. That's for sure. Otherwise, we want to thank you. Have a great day. Hope you'll subscribe and hit that thumbs up.